All right, so obviously we're in the middle of our Project Heat telethon, and the weather today certainly plays along because we had this snap of cold yesterday with rain. A lot of people waking up with just ice coating everything.
Yeah, and it was, I tweeted this out last night, but it was amazing watching people drive like fairly full speed earlier in the evening, and it was 25 degrees out. It was like, this is not rain.
You had a very simple reminder that if it's 25 and raining, it's not raining.
It's freezing rain, and we had quite a bit of it. Luckily, no power outages or anything, but just enough to make things slippery late last night into early this morning. Now, temperatures are recovering. We're into the 30s in a lot of spots, and we'll get into the low 40s, I think, in a few spots later this afternoon, too. So we're doing some ice melting. Actually, you can do that even if you're below freezing, as long as you can get enough sun going, which we have a little bit of, a sliver of sun, especially into the mid-coast, back into Sebago Lake and Winnipesaukee area of New Hampshire. A lot of us are clouded up, but the raw surface temperature will help melt the ice through the rest of this afternoon. Might be a good chance to get out and try to move it to the side because we have another storm coming in later tonight, early tomorrow morning. So the rest of today looks good. 40 to 45 degrees is a pretty drastic recovery after an ice event. A lot of times you're cold on the backside of that, makes it a lot harder. So tonight to start is quiet. Temperatures drop back down into the 20s, a couple of the teens, right around 30 along the coastline. And then early tomorrow morning, looks like we get into another mixed event. Now, I don't think the cold air is going to be quite as stubborn this time around along the coastline, especially as it was last time. We don't have the same kind of entrenched cold. Still, we may start with some freezing rain and sleet along the coast before we change over to rain. Into the mid-coast and down East Maine, you'll be looking at snow there, so it's much more clean in those locations. This is through mid-tomorrow morning, through the middle of the day, and it may be kind of rough driving around Augusta to Bangor tomorrow during the middle of the day into the early afternoon as it continues to snow. Nothing crazy. I'll show you a snowfall map here in a second, but enough that it will make things a little slippery. Meanwhile, we've changed over to rain in Portland at 35 degrees, and then we end this as some snow over down East Maine on Friday night, rain or a freezing rain drizzle shower there over southern coastal Maine. And then Saturday is interesting because now it looks like a little wave moves in and gives us another area of light snow, or at least snow showers on Saturday morning, which originally was not really in the forecast. So we're still kind of active here. I do think we see less freezing rain compared to what we just saw. Here's a good idea of where that freezing rain will fall. Again, early tomorrow morning through about the middle of the day, and it's over Oxford County, northwest Cumberland, and northwest York County. Notice at least this model shades it away from the immediate coastline. I do think it will warm up a little bit faster than it did last time. North of this line, we're looking at largely snow, and that's what we have this map for through Friday. 3 to 5 inches of snow, including Bangor, Newry, Farmington. A lot of the ski area is going to get that 3 to 5 inches, 1 to 3, including Belfast and Lewiston. And then under an inch along the coastline, we could just mix with some snow. Doesn't look like much is going on there. So still watching a storm for Sunday night, Monday. I wanted to point out models are still a little lukewarm on this. They keep it largely suppressed. The European model, though, has accumulating snow over southern Maine, so I would pencil in a storm still for Monday. We'll just have to try to work out the details here as soon as we're able to, but the models are not agreeing too well on that, which makes sense sometimes, Brian, when there's a complex pattern ahead of a storm. It can throw off, obviously, what they do with the storm. So we'll keep an eye on that. But the first things first, we've got another mixed event later on tonight into early Friday. Again, I do want to point out I don't anticipate as much freezing rain, but there'll be some.
It'll be out there.
We don't need to see again. And there will at least this time be some more significant snow, which I think is preferable. So yeah, busy.
Yeah, a lot of people this morning saying the roads seemed okay. It was the parking lots on the sidewalk and getting ice off the car that was the challenge.
Shows you what treating roads
makes
does.
A difference.
If you treat them, great. If not,
huge difference.
Yeah.